Hello everyone, welcome to Tutorials in Hand. In this video tutorial we are going to see how to write a C program to convert kilometer per hours to meter per second. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. So first of all, let's write the step down approach that we are going to follow in this particular video. So first of all, in this particular video or in this particular program, the very first thing that we have to do is to take input from the user, right? Input of what? Input of speed in kilometer per hour. Now let's say the user has entered the speed in kilometer per hour, then what we have to do? Then we have to convert that particular speed into what? Into meter per second. Then finally, if we are done with that as well, then we can print up the result. So this is the stepwise approach that we are going to follow in this particular program. So let's start writing the program. The first thing that we have to do is to include the header file that might be required. So let's include the very basic header file, which is stdio.h. Since this header file allows us to use functions like printf and scanf, so we are going to include this. Now let's start our main method in order to start writing the program. Now the very first thing that we were supposed to do was to take input, right? So let's declare a variable and let the variable be of floating type, since we are aware that the speed can have decimal points as well. So let's call the variable out to be kmph. Now let's ask the user to enter it. Now let's say the user has entered the speed in kilometer per hour. Then we as a programmer have to make sure that that particular value gets stored in this variable kmph. So let's store it. Now we have to convert this particular value to what? To meter per second. So we are aware that if we have been given x kilometer per hour, then we can convert it to meter per second by just multiplying it with 5 by 8. So let's do nothing. Let's multiply my kilometer per hours to 5 by 8. Right, so this is the equivalent conversion into meter per second that we were looking out for. So let's print it simply, but for betterment let's declare a variable meter per second and store this particular value into this. Now let's print it up. Now let's return 0 and run the program to see everything working. And here you can see that it's asking me to enter the speed in kilometer per hour. Let it be 10. So this is the equivalent speed in meter per second. Let's try out with 1000 as well. And boom, you can see that 277.7777, and it goes on till 1. So this is how we can write a program in C language to convert kilometer per hours to meter per second. So this was all about the video. Thank you.